tomahawk chop over here if you keep it up, fella.
He likes that. He's a Braves fan. Hey, tonight is the Motocross Prom Teen Dance over at the Amsoil Arena. Wednesday tonight at 8:30 p.m. So that's tonight, the Motocross Prom Team Dance. So you think these kids are nervous about their moto? Someone's got to ask somebody to go to the prom with them tonight.
They got a corsage in the cooler, keeping it cool all day.
Who am I going to take to the prom? Yeah.
Rita.
Yeah.
Wes
Rita. Yeah, that would be, take her to
Finally.
the prom tonight. Come
Go
on.
ask Miss Rita to go to the prom with you.
Come
I
on,
bet
Wes.
she says no.
Her last prom was in 1947.
Are you scared that she's going to say no? You're scared she's going to say no. You don't think you have what
It
it
was
takes,
during the
bro.
Nixon
Miss Rita's prom
administration.
was in 1945.
Bell
The day
Helmet's
of
Whole Shot
infamy.
Award. Get to the screen. Oh, shocker. Whole shot.
Barry Costin from
Unbelievable.
Bayville, New
Another
Jersey.
whole shot. So Barry Costin got the whole shot, but quickly overhauled. Is that Gruey that already came through?
Good Lord, he wastes no time.
No. And we go back to the gate for the 50-plus division. We mentioned the battle. Earl the Pearl May and Rodney Smith, the 1 and the 31. They slugged it out for this title last year, and they were battling it out for that title this year.
Here we go. Here comes J.H. up here. He's going to check it. Come on in here, J.H. You can sit down in the chair with us for a minute. You're running things over at Camp Carmichael. J.H., Earl May out there. You know Earl pretty good down there at the old white fences. You think he's got this whole shot, or are we going to give it to Rodney Smith?
It's going to be close.
Oh, look at here.
Earl's in about 6th spot now. I can see him. He's passing a few guys up to about the number 3 spot now. Suzuki rider Rodney Smith possibly out front.
Barry McCarty. It's Barry McCarty, the one-man party from Port Orange, Florida, the number 27 ride. Aboard the KTM.
And John Gruey in the number 2 spot. They're coming right in front of us here. The number 37 out front in that plus 45 class, the 37.
Todd DeHoop out front in his Senior 45. DeHoop, we called him out earlier, back in 9th. DeHoop, definitely. So there's Todd DeHoop back there, John Gruey. Gruey has his hands full. He goes to the inside. DeHoop block chops him now right in front of the Yamaha Mechanics area. DeHoop goes to the inside. Gruey follows in tow. Kevin Kelly. Todd DeHoop now might give John Gruey a fit.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh!
DeHoop stalls the bike just ever so slightly there. And Gruey's able to sneak just about underneath him. And there it is, the pass. Now they're going to sprint down to this right-hander. DeHoop's got control of the inside, but no longer as Gruey makes the pass. Chewy Gruey out front. DeHoop trying to retaliate through the 10 Commandments.
He's holding court. He's going outside. Watch out. Gruey to the inside. DeHoop out in the lone. And in the storyland, there they go. It's Chewy Gruey. And shoot the hoop, DeHoop. With a 3-point swish coming through there.
Way out in storyland. Look how nasty this racetrack is.
It's like 20 miles of bad road. But John Gruey's got it dialed in there. He's got the old lazy boy kickback.
Karsten sits back there in the number 3 spot. Terry Bastard is 4th. And Kerry Wisdom is 5th. Don Bachelia is 6th. Pedro Gonzalez Sr. is 7th. Rodney Carrier is 8th. Dak Boyce and 9th. Alan Julian is 10th. That's our plus 45. Now coming across the stripe, the plus 50s, it's Rodney Smith, Barry McCarty, Earl May, 1, 2, and 3. Barton Newman is 4th. Philip Overland is 5th. And Bobby Weber in the number 6 spot.
Well, there's your leader right there, the number 1 ride of John Gruey now starting to stretch his legs out a little bit. He's come through the Kawasaki Camelback into the big sweeper there. Gruey now trying to put some distance on DeHoop. Here they come. There's the 180 there. Get that leg in there. Here comes John Gruey.
We got a lap rider there. He's just going to choose that side of the track. No jumps. Yeah, take that line. That's a good one.
I'll take it. That's better for me.
Jumping the big tabletop, Camelback, whatever you want. This guy needs to get off the track. He about wiped out our second place rider there.
Here comes my main man right there, John Gruey, right in front of the Wall of Fame. Look at how deep that rut is, Kevin.
I'm
Gotta
not
be
riding
3
that
feet.
rut. I am definitely not riding in that one.
Gruey out
goes
front.
past the mechanics area. What do you tell a grown man at 45 years of age?
I don't tell a grown man nothing. I tell Ryan from Rhino Power, give me some fuel, baby. Go down and get me a milkshake from Harold Martin at Moto Playground. he's passing milkshakes out like Brian Deegan's passing out naps.
Harold Martin had about 22 of those milkshakes. Said he put on 27 pounds last year at Loretta Lynn in 1 week. All he ate were milkshakes. I believe it.
Well, there he is right there, John Gruey, hop, skipping, and jumping like a quick game of hopscotch through the 10 Commandments.
Into the right-hander going now towards Storyland, under the Honda banners there.
It's all good, man. Everything I don't know, you know the rest. John Gruey out there, Todd the Hoop still in second, Barry Costin, Terry Bostard back and forth, Dag Boyson in fifth, Don Bisceglia in sixth, Pedro Gonzalez, Team Tecate in seventh, Barry Wisdom, and Donald Baker.
Hey, back there, that battle for the number 2 spot, Todd DeHoop and Barry Karsten. See if we can pan back and find that one. That's a good race there. DeHoop barely keeping Barry Karsten behind him.
Well, now you got Rodney Smith out front in that Masters Plus 50. You've got Rodney Smith, Barry McCarty, Earl May, Bart Newman, and there he is right there. There's your leader, the off-road multi-champion Woods rider. I mean, this guy's had a Suzuki. He's had a ride with these guys over almost 3 decades. Kevin?
Yeah, something like 40 years.
Since he rode that old RM65 back in 1972. Look, he's looking over his shoulder like, from where's everybody at? Well, you better be looking for Earl May because he's not going to go down light. All this does is, if Smith can win this one, it's actually going to be a tie. Earl May's no stranger to that game. Bring it, don't sing it. Got Rodney Smith, McCarty, Earl May, 1, 2, and 3.
3 seconds back, Rodney Smith and Jack Lambert in
the pride of
spot.
Pennsylvania. He's running a dime package out there now. I told him to switch to the nickel, but he said, "Nah, I'm going to run to the dime and see how it works out."
And these guys are already encountering lapped riders too, so that's just another factor for Rodney Smith there, the number 31. We just saw him on our screen. He's having to deal with lappers already. Barry McCarty now, and Earl May slips back. McCarty has gotten Earl May. May is now third, Philip Overland fourth, and Bart Newman rounds out your top 5 right in front of the Rocky Mountain ATV MC spectator viewing area. And a great shot to see the number 31 up and over the Rocky Mountain, and that is Rodney Smith. This is going to go down to the third moto. They're going to go 2-1, 1-2. Maybe they'll be tied up. But Earl May's got to do some work out there. He's already dropped back to the number 3 spot. This is going to give Smith the advantage with 1-2 moto scores. Rodney Smith will have 3-1. He'll be up by a point.
So Earl May's going to have to win that next one and honestly need some help out there. Maybe he can pull a deal over there with Bart Newman or something out there, make something happen.
Sweep the
Jack
knee.
Lambert.
He got close.
Jack Nebel maybe can throw some cigarette ash out there or something. I don't know. But right now, John Gruey still out front in the Senior 45. Barry Carson in second. Tala Hoop drifts back to third. Terry Boster fourth. Dag Boyson in fifth. Pedro Gonzalez, Team Tecate in sixth.
Do you see what Rodney Smith's doing there in the mechanics there? I love that line. Everybody's been on that inside deep rut. Rodney hits it for just a minute, and then he jumps out of that rut. He doesn't mess with it. He messed with that on the first lap. He says, I'm over that. I'm not getting caught up in that and blowing out my ACL.
He said all that while he was coming down through there.
He said every bit of that in his brain.
Get out of here.
I am done with that stupid rut.
Well, Rodney Carrier back in 10th. Wisdom, Baker, and Bisceglia back in that Senior 45 class.
Good to see Don Bisceglia still here, though. You know, his son Matt out there on the pro side. Don says, you just keep going to your races. I'm going to Loretta's with or without you.
They've been here quite a few years, so good times out here. I've seen old man Bisceglia creeping around.
Still runs Matt Bisceglia's Red Bull helmet from back in the day. There's another look at Rodney Smith working his way through the trees. That's when he's comfortable. When he's got to get back out in the open areas here, away from all the trees.
Well, he's out in the trees, but not out of the woods yet. He's still got a long way to go. Earl May now moves up to second. So now the score is even. That 1-point deficit we talked about. So right now they would be dead tied going into Moto number 3. Earl May says, been there, done that. If I have to settle for that, I'll do that. That makes a better race for 3. And that's a charm here at Loretta Lynn. It's a 3-moto format. And Kevin, we've been here. We've seen that. It all comes down to that 3rd moto.
Yeah, we've seen guys go 1-1 DNF. I mean, anything can happen. I was talking to Crockett Myers' dad, and he was telling me that fuel was boiling over yesterday in their 65s. I have not heard of little bikes doing that ever at the ranch. It was bowling over. He says, I had just enough gas. When I popped the top, I looked at it, I had maybe another lap of gas.
Well, that's what happened to Fosnot. Kylie Fosnot, we've seen her out there. She's won a couple of rounds at WMX. And after about the third lap, the bike was just making a weird noise. And he walked right over and said, the fuel is boiling over.
I believe it.
And away they went.
That doesn't happen here at the ranch very often, does it?
We've seen some things, though. Radiator caps pop off, fuel caps, foot pegs break, just different things, but
lose a gas cap back in the day. Yeah. In the plus 25 class, Kevin Walker lost his gas cap.
He lost more than his gas cap, my friend.
There's the number 31, Rodney Smith. We're having a great look at him. He is putting it to him right now. He's got, you know what, I just said that? Look at that. On lap 4, 7/100ths of a second now. Earl May has now caught up to Rodney Smith. At least that's what our lap times are indicating.
Earl May's got that pocket peel fisherman out there. He got off that infomercial late last night, and he's starting to use it. He's reeling it in, and he's got the slow drag out.
Now look, there's Smith on the 31. 2 bikes behind him now on the inside.
There's Earl May.
Picked up Earl May.
Lappers. Earl May's going to slice and dice.
Nice
Here
job.
they come through there.
10 Commandments. Earl is coming. Now he's within a bike length. He has fought his way right up to the bumper of number 31, Rodney Smith. So the weight of the number 1 plate is not too much for Earl May.
Take the shot. Take the shot. How's it feel? Is it good? There
That's
he goes.
it. They're within striking distance. Earl May out of nowhere. He was 3.5 seconds back last lap, and now he is drawn up to the 31 of Rodney Smith as they go away from us. Earl May's all over the place.
Earl May's like gravy. He is all over him, and gravy goes good on anything.
I love it. So there's 3 lapped riders. Did Earl get him? He got him. Earl May has made the pass.
Pulled the hat trick.
So there's Earl up and over the Rocky Mountain. And he can actually see over the Rocky Mountain before he even goes over it. He's so tall, he can look over that thing before he even rides up it. The big number 1, he is comfortable carrying the weight there. Got the weight of that number 1 plate. The returning champ, John Gruey, and Earl May now out front again.
Ryan Holiday's got to be feeling pretty good. Jet Reynolds going in there taking a win. Then you got Gruey and Earl May. You know, another guy I missed was that Keith Johnson.
Oh, Johnson and Treadwell.
Johnson and Treadwell were nice fixtures. We like seeing those guys. They were like some weapons there for a few years. They were like flawless down here.
Johnson was outstanding here. Treadwell was as well. And the word on the street is that Keith Johnson has been handed the reins of Southwick, and he is running that racetrack. And who better to be in charge and steward of Southwick and than Keith Johnson? How cool is that?
No, that's awesome. That's
Eric Grondels pops, handed him the key, says, I bought it. You run this thing, make it beautiful like it used to be. And that's good for motocross up in the New England area.
Well, Keith Johnson grew up racing that as a boy, so you know they've got some good stuff going on.
And he's a smart guy.
Give him the keys to the Bentley.
So it's the last lap. It's Gruey and Earl May respectively leading their classes.
Did you just see Gruey? Gruey didn't get in that rut and do all
that.
Out. He just get out of the rut and look how smooth it is.
So much easier.
Hello, wasn't it everybody else? No, everybody's got to hit that rut.
Just
pop to the inside. It's smooth sailing.
Yeah, the chance for a mistake riding outside the rut is way less. So every time we go back and forth, there are 2 number 1s out there. It's 2 classes if you're watching with us at home. We did a double gate start, plus 45s left on that first gate, plus 50s left in that second gate. And they're both on Kawasaki's. They both have number 1s, and they're both leading this thing out, and they have been perfect so far. And that's John Gruey in the plus 45 and Earl May in that plus 50 on the last lap. These things looking good now for Gruey and Earl May.
Hey, that's what you want to do, and I call it a pair of pocket aces. That's the best hand on the table right now, 1-1. You know, not room for too much going on in Moto number 3. Of course, when you got somebody like Barry Carson and Hoop and Gruey and Rodney Smith. But it's a good spot to be in.
Look at the difference there. Earl May and Rodney Smith. He was only 1/100th of a second in front of Rodney Smith here on this last lap. And hopefully Earl's been able to keep it together. That old announcer's curse we put on guys. We'll start talking about it, give them props. Next thing you know, they're laying upside down with 10 Commandments.
And then they come up here and they're like, old man Gerke.
There's your number 1.
Corner up Rodney up here. Hey!
You wanted to beat Rodney Tomlin up. Well, the checker flag has flown, I believe. John Chewy Gruey, my Buddy on the Kawasaki is going to pull down the win in the plus 45 class. Earl May about 30 seconds away from that checker flag. And then he's going to sit under the tent, get that wet towel around his neck, pour a little bit of water on that ugly face of his. He'll jump up there and say hello to Rodney Tomlin. And the checker flag. Oh, and that, there it is.
Wait a minute. Rodney Smith goes back inside of Earl May.
We're giving him the championship. And
we
May around the outside.
Earl May fires back at him to the inside.
The lap riders. And Earl has made the pass. Look at all of the lapped riders. He gets mayhem.
Rodney Smith laying back there waiting. Now he's starting to strike. Earl May back out front. But here comes Rodney Smith. The 31 machine of Rodney Smith trying to take a last-ditch effort stab at it to try to get around Earl May. This isn't over. This is what Loretta Lynn is all about right here. Till you get to the checker, you're not safe.
That's the 10 Commandments, and Rodney Smith knows what's at stake here. With about a minute or so to go, we were already giving the checker flag to the number 1 Earl May. But he was able to skirt through those lapped riders and made a couple of key passes.
Well, it looks like Gruey's on his way out there. But still, Rodney Smith laid back there. He waited.
I don't think Rodney's done.
Here he comes. This is close right here. Watch him. Out of Storyland, it's Earl May.
And great job, guys, at RacerTV picking up this race for us.
Yeah, we were focusing on Gruey. Gruey doing a great job out there. He's going to cruise to the checkers, but the race isn't over. We're going to beam right into Masters plus 50, and there's Earl May over that Rocky Mountain.
And that's the last thing Earl wanted to do, was have that kind of pressure on the last lap.
He's like, where did you come from?
Get away from me, man. The water truck's out there. Look at that.
Well, yeah, the water truck is out there doing a great job. And now you can see, if you got a camera, use it. Because Earl May is all alone in that picture frame. He shook him off. Get out of here. Rodney Smith's going to be up there telling his side of the story. Earl May's going to come cruising through here. Checkers that fall. What do we got here? That's it.
The no-hander finish there from Earl May. Great job. Right. We'll toss it down to Rodney Tomlin and John Gruey. Down on the box. JH has left the building. He's going to go take care of his guy, Earl May.
Go down there and take care of Earl. Tell him great job. Keep the white fences looking good.